Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a nice weekend and a nice week. It's so nice you could join us for coffee again. Once again, as you know, I have a shout out to our retired Vincentians in Perryville, Missouri, especially those who are in need of healing. And also, a personal shout out to those who have asked for prayers and who are in need of God's healing. And so we remember in a special way today Orestine and Maria, and we remember Bob and Brian and Bill and Stan and Laura. We're praying for you. We hope that God brings some healing to you soon. So, my brother had a reflection this past week on the angels, because it was the feast of the angels, Gabriel and Raphael and Michael, and also, last Saturday was the feast of the guardian angels. So, I was still thinking about that, and I had my experience, last Friday with the guardian angels. I was coming back from LaSalle, Illinois, my hometown, where I gave a talk to the Rotary Club. And as I was coming back, I come on Interstate 80. This is the way I go, come back to Lamont. And they're doing construction on the Interstate 55, so I continued on 80, which goes into Joliet. Then I take some back roads. Soon as I get over 55, and now I needed my guardian angel because the traffic was backed up and it wasn't moving. And those of you that know me, you know that I don't mind waiting and standing in line, like really. Anyway, the traffic, is stopped. It's not just going slow. It's stopped. 2 lanes of the interstate. I was thinking about little Johnny. His dad takes him to church for the first time, and he's old enough to kind of hear and see what's going on. And so this was the first time that he sat in a church where the priest started talking and talking. And Johnny fell asleep. And Johnny finally woke up, and he says to his dad, "Is he finished yet?" And his dad said, "Oh yeah, he finished a long time ago. He just hasn't stopped." And I was thinking about that yesterday because I was stopped. And I thought, oh man, what do I do now? If it's stopped, there's a real problem. Well, it's 2 miles anyway that I have to get before I think I can even make a move. My guardian angel saw me get through these semis when they were stopped. And, my angel got me on the shoulder of the road, and I followed 3 cars. We got off the exit. And I knew I could go south and then find another highway that would go east again. And it worked. And then after I went a couple miles, it was stopped again. So now my angel got me to say, hey, go north and go into Joliet. So I went north. And now it's bumper to bumper because the interstate is actually closed. And everybody has to get off on this road that I'm going north. My angel got me right next to a cement truck who let me over. I got on the interstate and went the other way, back to where I came from. And I kept thinking about it. The angels, they only are there for good news. They don't bring bad news. God does not send angels with bad news. He just doesn't. So I'm thinking this was really a message from the angel got me to where I could get home. What usually takes me, from where I got stopped, takes me about a half hour to get home from there. Took an hour and a half by the time I made all the changes and the tours around. Guess what? As you know, my brother and I celebrated a 50th anniversary Mass in Kansas, where our mission house is, last Sunday. And again, each of us are celebrating separately this past Sunday. And the angel showed up again. This time it was just the messengers of love and care and respect and appreciation for our priesthood. And I didn't miss that message. People came from all over. And as I was celebrating yesterday at Our Lady of Peace in Darien, and I celebrated my 25th there. And I spent almost 20 years in that church. And to hear the messages that God sent. And that's what he does. And so the angels show up in so many different ways. And all that angel is just one who brings a message from God. And so my reflection today is, look for the messengers. Look for the messages. Look for God. And the response is one of gratitude. And then also, gee, I'm glad I believe in them. I'm glad my faith brings me to see that God is always looking out for his children. A lot of times we just miss it. And he's there because we are his children. And I think as I've celebrated 50 years as priest now, the angels were there for 50 years, bringing messages of good news and of God's love. And he does for you, does for all of us. So continue to look for him, be grateful, and once again, don't ever stop asking him to continue sending the angels and to bring the healing that we all need and all the miracles that we need. And so if you join me, once again, we say our mission prayer. Take yours out and we'll say it together. Divine Savior, transform me into yourself. May my hands be your hands. May my tongue be your tongue. Grant that every faculty of my body may serve only to glorify you. Above all, transform my soul and all its powers, that my memory, my will, and my affections may be the memory, the will, and the affections of you. I pray you to destroy in me all that is not of you. Grant that I may live but in you and by you and for you, and that I may truly say with St. Paul, I live now, not I, but Christ lives in me. God bless. Thanks to all of you for not only watching, but to have been one to appreciate my 50 years as priest. And then make sure you check out our reflections during the week. God bless.